Jimmy Johnson's new number revealed, Kevin Harvick retiring, Kyle Larson going to IndyCar for the Indy 500 in 2024. What else could happen this week? Well, Travis Pastrana could join the NASCAR Cup Series for the Daytona 500. That's what could happen, and that is what is reportedly being done. Okay, so yes, 2311 Racing decided to post this little tease video of a third car or something, or the number 3. And of course, people started speculating. They saw a picture of the guy from the back of the head, and people were like, oh, it's Carl Edwards. But it's not Carl Edwards. Hate to break it to you, it's not Carl Edwards. But then people quickly made the realization that the hat that the guy was wearing in the picture was similar to the hat of the same guy in a different picture from years ago. And that person is Travis Pastrana. Travis Pastrana is a rally car driver. He's done all kinds of things in motorsports. His Wikipedia page describes him as a stuntman. He's done rallying. He's done the X Games. He's done Nitro Rallycross. He does all those extreme motorsports where they're jumping over hills, driving through dirt, driving through ice, whatever they can drive through, he will drive it. He has also had a stint in NASCAR before. He drove full-time in the Xfinity Series back in 2013, also made a few Truck Series starts, but he has never actually raced in the NASCAR Cup Series. So if this report is true, which is a pretty credible source from The Athletic, yeah, it seems like it's going to be happening, but it'll be announced Tuesday most likely. But this is a pretty big deal. It seems kind of random to me. I don't know why, because you think about all the other names that are being linked to the Daytona 500 or who have entered the Daytona 500. We've had an F1 world champion in the Daytona 500 last year was Jacques Villeneuve. Four-time Indy 500 Helio Castroneves. He's reportedly wanting to get into the Daytona 500, and people think Trackhouse would be a great place for him to go into that slot with their Project 91 car. So we've seen some pretty big names, and Travis Pastrana is a big name in the motor racing world, but, obviously not quite the same stature, I guess. Maybe he is, and I'm just not aware of that, but someone I have heard of before, I'm sure many of you have heard of before, but yes, he will be joining 2311. They will have a third car. So yeah, and that's also for the 2311 side of things. They expanded to 2 cars. From 2021 was their first year. They had the single car with Bubba Wallace. 2022, they expanded to 2 cars with Kurt Busch. And then, of course, he unfortunately got hurt, and they put Ty Gibbs in for the rest of the year, but they did get that win with Kurt. And now going for a third part-time car, it looks like, maybe eventually transitioning into a full-time car. Denny Hamlin has talked about still wanting to expand, have more teams. So we'll see if they eventually do that, but this is obviously a step in the right direction for them in terms of having a third car, a third team. How will Travis Pastrana do? I don't know. It's the Daytona 500. It's a super speedway race. It's unpredictable, but he is going to have a strong car underneath him. Toyota 2311 Racing, they've done pretty good at the super speedways. They don't have the numbers, though, so this will also help them on the super speedways. You got the 4 Gibbs cars, and it used to be the 2 2311 cars. That's what it was last year. No other big Toyotas. Now you got 7. There's still a lot more Chevys and a lot more Fords, but, that number is starting to increase in terms of manufacturer help. So thought this would be an interesting news story to talk about, but I did not see this coming. But this is definitely a big name coming back to NASCAR. Of course, as I said, he had that stint in the early 2010s in the Xfinity Series. I always remembered him for this shiny, colorful car. That's where I always saw it. I remember people talking about it. It was a really big deal at the time that he was going to the Xfinity Series. I didn't know why. I just knew that he had the colorful car. And so I don't know what the sponsorship lineup's going to be. I don't know who's going to be partnering the car. I don't know what car number it's going to be. People are probably going to assume 32, just flip the 23, but we'll see what that number is. All that detail seems like that's going to come out on Tuesday. That's when it's supposed to be the press release. So thanks for watching this short video. That's all I've got for today. No other really big news. There's going to be some tests and stuff for NASCAR, and we'll see how those go. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.